I don't pretend that because I was a congressman for 8 years and submitted my own budget every year, the only congressman to do it, because I was a congressman for 8 years and worked with the Republicans, even though I was a conservative Democrat and led a group of 40 Democrats called the Boll Weevils, and we gave Reagan his majority, or because I was elected governor and took a state with the highest unemployment rate in America, 12.8%, and cut it in half in 4 years, that doesn't make me qualified to be president. But back to your earlier point, I think it does earn me the right to stand on the stage and ask Mitt Romney what his tax code would be if he were president and he could write a tax code. What would it look like, Mr. Romney? He's never said that. These are the kinds of things that debates ought to be about. And I am frustrated as a proud American that parties have become more important than the country, and that divisions and negative advertising is all that we hear. And finally, the money that pays for this comes from sources we don't even know. $10 million to this candidate, $15 million to that candidate. Who are these people buying our president? These are the kind of things that I think ought to be talked about. And we can talk tax reform, we can talk budget reform, we can talk trade reform, we can talk energy reform, we can talk banking reform, we can talk health care reform, we can talk immigration reform, but none of these things will happen until we have a president free to lead and not owned by the special interest. That's my number one issue. And then from there, we'll get to tax reform, balanced budget, and I'll be glad to talk about those. But I wanted to make the first step in this journey a very clear one. I want a president, and I don't care what party she belongs to or he belongs to. I don't care what part of the country they're from. I don't care their color. I don't care their gender. I don't care what church they go to, if at all. I'll look at all of that. But the most important thing is that I want a president free to lead. I want a president that will work to make America strong again. And it won't happen if they're owned by Goldman Sachs and General Electric.